Okay, y'all, so while I was watering, I wanted to show y'all something. Can y'all see that on that corn plant? Can y'all see that? That is the cutest thing ever. Y'all see him? It's a little frog. It's absolutely adorable. It's one of the frogs from my little thing. And let me show you how big it is. That's the tip of my finger. It's right next to it. That's crazy, ain't it? They're so cute. But anyway, I had to show you guys. I see them all over. But I'll holler at y'all later. Alright, I promised y'all some citrus videos because I don't know, it seemed like I don't know if people having a hard time with citrus or what. Um, I've not had any more hard time with citrus than I've had with any other fruit tree that I have. My figs are the least maintenance, and I mean all my other trees, I really don't do nothing, y'all. So I'm gonna be honest and just throw this out there. Think about what you're doing to your fruit trees and ask yourself, am I turning this into rocket science? Am I doing a whole lot of stuff that ordinarily you probably wouldn't be getting? For instance, y'all do realize all these fruit trees, before we started cultivating them and growing them in what I call captivity, meaning humans go buy them and grow them, y'all do realize they used to grow out in the forest, right? Who you think was maintaining when they was in the forest? Nobody. Nobody. Now, there's a reason why, yes, you see more citrus trees and things of that nature in places like California, especially Southern California, and Florida. It's because of the climate. They don't get real harsh winters. So therefore, the trees don't have a problem succumbing to or dying because of a harsh winter. You don't have to worry about making a microclimate. But as far as the soil is a little bit more different in them places, but it ain't that much more different. Like all these people turn it into rocket science and you need all these gadgets and all this other crap to grow a citrus tree. No, I'm not sure where they got that from. Let me explain to you. I've never pH tested my soil and my citrus. Never. Never done it. Do that tree look like it's struggling to you? Do this look like it's struggling? Do you see any bugs? Now I got some spider webs in there. I don't know if you can see them. But do you see any bugs? And real talk, this is new growth. All of this is new growth. This is the old stuff. Now this don't look as pretty, but let me be honest with you and tell you. I actually went a whole year and did not fertilize this tree. Out of my own just being stubborn, being lazy. That was my fault. But when I fertilized it, look what it did. And it did that in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Like for instance, from my fingers to the end of that, that's 2 weeks. And I'm not joking. Y'all go back in my video where I said something about I'm gonna fertilize these trees. When I repotted that blueberry, y'all see all that bright green versus the dark green? The bright green is the new stuff. It's putting on new foliage in the fall. Just because I repotted it. But I ain't gonna lie, I put some soil acidifier in that. It's been known that blueberries like acidic soil. That soil, I already knew it wasn't acidic enough. I mean, it may have been slightly acidic. I didn't even pH test it. I just put some acidifier in it. Now, if you that anal that you so scared, then you feel like you need a pH, go ahead and buy all them gadgets. Go ahead and do all that stuff. But what I did was, y'all saw me when I repotted that blueberry. If you haven't seen it, go back and look at the video. I just put a little in there. And if it needed more, you can always top dress. You feel what I'm saying? If it need more fertilizer, you can always top dress. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Relax about some of this stuff. Sometimes I think y'all be getting your own panties in a twist. And I just be like, Lord have mercy. This is my kumquat. I've had this for 3-4 years. 2 years ago, it gave me so many kumquats I couldn't even eat them all. I made 20 jars of marmalade. 20 jars of marmalade. It produces for me every year. Do you all see any bugs? Now them leaves right there, it's a little yellowing on there, but you only see one of them. All these leaves is green. All this whole branch, this is all new for this year. It put on all that this year. This whole branch is all new for this year because you see how it's green and don't have bark on it yet. So it's not rocket science about these citrus trees. Like I said, I get kumquats every year. It's not time for the kumquats. They're not ready yet. This one has turned, but honestly, when it does that, it's usually something went on with the pollination that's not right, and that's why it turned like that. So, yeah. I'm going to talk more about these citrus trees and let y'all know that this ain't rocket science. Quit playing these games. Thinking that, oh, these trees are so much more harder to grow than a peach. I don't do nothing to these versus them. Now, I ain't going to lie. I ain't fertilized my peach and stuff with. When I say I haven't fertilized them, that means I haven't fertilized them with something that you buy from the store. In 2 years for my peaches and my pears. The only fertilizer they have gotten, or the only type of added nutrition that they have gotten, let me show y'all the soil, show you what I'm talking about. Y'all see these remnants of leaves and stuff? That naturally falls in there. These stems, that was comfrey. I put comfrey tea on them. I chop and drop comfrey. When my Mexican sunflower get big enough, I'm going to chop and drop that stuff on it. Y'all, if you got to do a whole lot of work to a tree, I hesitate to tell you, you either growing something that you have no business growing, or you just like doing a bunch of work. Because like as I said, the best trees, they just grow. They just do what they got to do. And that's why I'm finna get these in the ground, because I'm finna make these even less maintenance. Because all this watering that I be doing over here, all this finna be cut out of my little work. All this finna be cut out of my work. But yeah, I will talk about these citrus trees as I go along. I am going to repot this navel orange tree. That's what this is. Let me tell you all. In the wintertime, I forgot to protect this tree one year, and I almost killed it. The year I protected it with that plastic 2 years ago, I had absolutely no issue with this tree. As a matter of fact, the next spring, this tree gave me almost more fruit than it can handle. When I tell you every branch was bent down, nearly about to break. I got 10 navel oranges off of this little bitty tree. And this tree is not big at all. It's not even, it's like 4 feet tall, 4.5 feet tall. When I get it in the ground, I anticipated to get a little bit bigger. I'm growing this tree in mostly shade. Y'all see it is shady. There's the sun out there. This tree do get a little bit of filtered sunlight, but it don't get that much. I'm going to be honest and tell you, I think the kind of sunlight we get in the summer is too much for this tree anyway. Because I had it in full sun at one point in time, and it was stressing the tree too much. The tree was like, I could just tell it couldn't take it. When I put it in the shade, it started looking like that. It started looking real beautiful. So don't always think you got to have all your fruit trees in full sun. Now, I will admit, full sun, they may produce more fruit that way. They may. I have not experimented with my trees fully doing that, because every time I put my trees in full sun, the sun here is just so harsh and so hot. My trees and the fruit and stuff tend to want to get scalded and burn up more than anything, versus when I grow them in a scenario like this where it's filtered light. They do get about 2 or 3 hours of direct sunlight. That's it. They don't even get 4 hours of direct sunlight. The rest of the day is just kind of filtered sunlight, and wherever I move them to in the backyard, it's going to be the same thing. So I just want to dispel a couple of these myths. Now I will say this, I'm the queen of experimentation, but it's hard to get me to experiment with these fruit trees because they cost too much money. And right now I haven't been able to find fruit trees. All these trees out here was $5 with the exception of my persimmon. I paid $5 for all these fruit trees with the exception of my persimmon. The persimmon I paid $25 for. But I really wanted that for you, and that's why I went on and dropped the money on it. But ordinarily, I don't do that. Any people that know me know I don't spend money on nothing. For a living, I tell people how not to spend their money. So what would I look like going out telling people to not spend their money, and I'm throwing mine down the drain? So I'm going to give y'all some quality videos. I'm going to show myself repotting that, because honestly, I feel like it's time for that to be repotted. I didn't intend for that to stay in that long. When my kumquat goes in the ground, y'all will see that. And when my other trees go in the ground, you'll see it. But I'm gonna make a habit of doing more citrus trees, because some of this stuff these people doing to all this citrus, spraying all this iron and all this, like, what? You really doing all that? If you would amend your soil with something quality like worm castings, use wood chips, etc., you didn't have to be doing all that. And plus, a lot of people don't understand, when you spraying that iron, yeah, your stuff do green up and you think, oh, it's healthy, but it's just you putting a Band-Aid on it. It's just like when you anemic and they prescribe you an iron pill and you take it, but they not really finding out why you anemic. You get what I'm saying? You're not getting to the root of the problem. What is the root of the problem? Why are you anemic? Giving you an iron pill is simply putting a Band-Aid on it. You might have cancer and don't even know it, because cancer will cause you to be anemic. It's several different things that can cause you to be anemic. So think about it like that. When you looking at your plants, try to get to the root of the problem. Quit just treating the symptoms. You know, that's a Western mentality. And I don't really care for that mentality because it don't never really fix nothing. That's why so many people walking around with Band-Aids on and they don't understand why they can't get it together. So, you know, just think about that. Think on that for a little bit, marinate on it. And you know, apply that to your garden. Get to the root of the problem instead of just putting Band-Aids on stuff. Stop making stuff rocket science. It ain't rocket science. It's just gardening. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So this video is over 10 minutes. Like I said, y'all be looking out for me to show more stuff what I'm doing with my trees and stuff like that. Because this fall I gotta move a lot of trees, and you know it'll be more advantageous for me to do it then. When these completely drop their leaves, y'all saw I showed my pear leaf back out on me. But them blooms didn't do nothing. I knew they wasn't gonna do nothing. But yeah, and I'm gonna do something with that avocado because I gotta protect that. My citrus trees are really the only ones I protect in the winter, except for I protected them when they had blooms on them from that frost, because I didn't want to kill the blooms, because if it kills the blooms, you won't get no fruit. And I had to have my fruit. Y'all just don't know. I don't grow this stuff to look at it. That's why I don't grow flowers. I mean, flowers pretty, but what I'm looking at that for? I mean, you know, but that's just my practical mindset. I'm just real practical like that. They are gorgeous and they do have benefits, but at the end of the day, if I can't eat that stuff, sometimes I'll be like, what I'm watering you for? Are you fertilizer? Are you doing something? You have to be doing something for me. I'm like that about people too. I don't keep people in my life that don't, you know what I'm saying? You have to be providing me some knowledge, some wisdom, some something. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's off on a tangent. Y'all be looking for videos. I really do appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody supporting. I appreciate y'all laughing at the foolish stuff that I do and craziness that I have going on around here. Iris loves y'all. She loves the camera, even though sometimes when y'all see her in the house and she be laying down, she been outside playing. That's why she look like that. She tired because she been outside running and playing and stuff. So we do that every day. You got to keep Iris. You know, you got to keep your dogs active, because if you don't, they tear your house up. And I'm not for that, because if she tears something up, I'm going to have a stroke. So, yeah. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I got some more stuff to do. I got some more stuff to film. I got plenty of stuff to do around here. I got a lot of cleaning up to do too. So, man, until next time, I will see you guys later.